Yes, the Dallas Cowboys 2024 season was rough, but we're still gonna acknowledge the best of the year. Let's get to it. What is up, everyone, and welcome into A to Z Sports Dallas Prime Time. I am your host, Mauricio Rodriguez, streaming with you live every Sunday and Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central, and catching up with you Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays with quick-hitting videos such as this one. It is December 31st. It is New Year's Eve, and I didn't want to close out the year with some bitter content or sad content about what the Cowboys are going to do from now on, what is going to happen with Mike McCarthy. Are they going to fire the coaches? Are they going to bring back this guy or that another guy? I wanted to close out the year with a feel-good show. And I said, well, why not give out awards? And I know what you might be thinking. Awards in this economy in 2024? What are we doing? They don't deserve awards. But that's where I think you're wrong. I think there are some players that do deserve awards for what they did this year. And those are the guys that we're going to talk about today. So I've got like around 7 awards that I handed out over at A2Zsports.com, which, by the way, big shout out to all of the A2Zsports.com team. We recorded over 100 million page views in 2024. It's official. And man, I'm just proud of the team that we've got over at A to Z Sports. So shout out to them and drop some fire emojis in the comments for A2Zsports.com because the team deserves it. 100 million page views. That's insane. But anyways, let's get into the awards. And I'm going to start right now with the MVP. And I'm going to ask you in the comments to let me know who is your MVP of the 2024 season. To me, it's Micah Parsons, and I don't think this will be very controversial. I think Micah Parsons was the best player on the Cowboys this year, currently 6th in the NFL in pressures. He's one of the best as well in pass rush win rate, and that's despite missing 4 games of the season. And I think if there was one guy that kept showing up every week and that kept making an impact every single week, I got to go with Parsons. And one of the reasons why is when he was out, we saw a version of Mike Zimmer's defense. When he returned, we saw a completely different one, right? So I think that was a two-factor thing. One, the Cowboys defense was learning what Mike Zimmer wanted to do. Mike Zimmer himself was deciding what he wanted to do, something that he's talked about recently in his last 2 press conferences. He talked about some regrets about not changing things to his style earlier on. But I think that was one part of it. And then when Micah returned and Zimmer was already making those changes, I think we saw the best version of the Cowboys defense. That's why he gets MVP. But there was a runner-up to MVP, and he gets my dog of the year. Do I have a sound effect for this for this kind of stuff, man? Let's see. I might. Is this it? Dog of the year. Yeah, that works. That works for me. Goes to CeeDee Lamb, wide receiver for the Cowboys. And, oh, man, yeah, I love that sound effect. Here we go. This guy kept showing up, man. Kept showing up every single week. Banged up in week 9. Shoulder issue, which was causing him problems on the field every single week. And by the time he was shut down for the season, he's still ranked 3rd in the NFL in receptions. That's with 101. Receiving yards, he was at 1,194 yards. And that's despite Cooper Rush throwing him the football since week 10 and half of week 9. What CeeDee Lamb did this year earns him dog of the year, and it buries all narratives about him having the wrong attitude when things are not going his way. Things did not go the Cowboys' way. And CeeDee Lamb just kept on playing and kept on playing. Anyways, most fun player of the year. You know where this is going. You know where we're going with this one. For most fun player of the year, we are giving the award to linebacker, the Marvin Overshown. Listen, I know things did not pan out for Overshown in 2024 with the way things ended with that brutal season-ending injury. But if there is one guy that was making us tune into these games week in and week out, it was overshown. The dude not only showed that he belongs in the NFL, I think we were talking best in the NFL potential with overshown. I think we were talking about someone who was playing at an all-pro caliber. And maybe it wasn't going to be enough for him to get all-pro this season, but he's someone that we thought going into 2025, this guy's going to be an all-pro, guaranteed. And now we're worried about how long it will take for him to return 100% and all that. But Overshown deserves the award. He was just great, man. He not only made plays, he made them in spectacular fashion versus the run, covering the pass. When Mike Zimmer used him as a pass rusher, he was effective. One of the highest pressure totals in the NFL among off-ball linebackers just like him. His future might be a little bit blurry right now, but if he comes back healthy, we're talking best in the league potential right here with DeMarvion Overshown. So I had to bring him up on today's episode. Now, breakout player of the year. This could have gone to Mr. DeMarvion Overshown as well. But breakout player of the year goes to running back Rico Dowdle. And the reason why Rico gets the award for me is the jump that he made from early in his career to the Cowboys basically wanting him to make him running back too, with Ezekiel Elliott leading the way, and then Dowdle not giving them a chance, right? And you look at the numbers for Rico Dowdle, among running backs only, he finished with the 8th highest rush success rate in the league. 12th if you include quarterbacks like Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. I think Jaden Daniels was also up there. But Rico Dowdle was so consistent when he was given the chance to run the football. And the only reason why I think he didn't end up among the leaders around the NFL in total yardage is because the Cowboys were just not trusting him with the football. Early in the year, he wasn't getting over 10 carries per game. And towards the end of it, he did end up getting close to 20 carries per year, which probably dominoed into Ezekiel Elliott asking for a release, by the way, before week 18, which was surprising. He's no longer a Cowboy. Didn't see that one coming. But anyways, breakout player of the year, got to go to Rico Dowdle. Outstanding vision, the patience he showed to hit the holes with aggression, and also a knack for yards after contact. Obviously, Rico Dowdle had to be on the list. I've got 3 more awards to get through, and the next one is Play of the Year. And I want to ask you, which is the Play of the Year to you? Because I think we're all going to be on the same page here, but I want to make sure of that. Well, you let me know in the comments, though. Let me talk to you about our friends over at Texas Card House, where you can get the premier poker experience, where the thrill of the game meets the excitement of the community. You can visit Texas Card House at any of their 6 Texas locations. And if you go to the Las Colinas or Dallas venues, you will mention ADC Sports, and that's all it will take for you to get a free month of membership and 2 free hours to play poker. Texas Card House, you'll get the perfect blends of luxury, sophistication, and camaraderie for any poker aficionado. That is whether you're just starting out or you are a seasoned pro. Check out Texas Card House and check out texascardhouse.com as well. Mention ADC Sports too. Let's get to the 3 more awards, man. Because Play of the Year. We're all going to be on the same page, aren't we? Play of the Year goes to wide receiver / kick returner KaVontae Turpin, going for 99 yards and a touchdown against the Washington Commanders after hitting the nastiest of spin moves on the Commanders' special teams and hitting over 21 miles per hour. The moment in which it happened, right? The game was on the line. Things were not going great because Turpin kind of dropped the football a little bit there. And then he said, they have not seen this yet. They have not seen this spin move that I'm about to hit on them. And boy, he did. It was an awesome play. It was an awesome moment in the season. And one of the rare instances this year, I think, where Cowboys fans felt genuine happiness watching the Dallas Cowboys. Play of the Year with Turpin not only gets it within the Cowboys awards, I think KaVontae Turpin's kickoff return has a chance of winning NFL Play of the Year when the NFL honors are held before the Super Bowl. And that would be funny because that would give the Cowboys back-to-back plays of the year. Because last year, the play of the year, or actually I think it's called the moment of the year, went to CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott with that 99-yard touchdown pass that they connected against the Detroit Lions, or it was 97-yard touchdown pass, something like that, but where Dak is just scrambling around and just finds CD wide open. That happened, I think, today, a year ago. And that's funny because that was when the Jimmy Johnson curse was lifted, quote unquote. And look at where we're at right now. But anyways, that's play of the year goes to Kevontae Turpin. I've got two more words for you. Surprise of the year. This is an interesting one. Who gets surprise of the year for the Cowboys? To me, it goes to an offensive lineman, someone who started the season as a backup, moved up to a starter, and now looks to be a significant part of the Cowboys in 2025. That is offensive lineman Brock Hoffman. The reason why I give it to Hoffman is you could make the argument that when Hoffman replaced Zach Martin on the starting lineup, the Cowboys' offensive line started to look better. Those are just facts. And I love Zach Martin. And to be fair, he was banged up, which is probably the biggest reason behind any of this. But Hoffman went from being the front runner for the center role in the offseason, being beat by Cooper Beebe for that race, and then Hoffman steps up at right guard and plays some of the best football we've seen from him. And I think going into 2025, it's obvious that he's the likely right guard for Dallas. It might change depending on who they pick in the NFL draft. It might change depending on who they sign. It might even change in training camp if TJ Voss puts up a fight versus Brock Hoffman. But right now, he is the guy. And that was one of the surprises of the year to me, just seeing Hoffman go from starting center to backup center to then getting that job at right guard and showing off. Because honestly, that's what he's been doing. He's been generating movement, especially when the Cowboys are running the football. I think when we talk about Dowdle's success in the running game, we talk about him getting more carries, him getting better, but also Brock Hoffman, Cooper Beebe, and Tyler Smith moving people in the trenches. Because I think that interior offensive line group is exciting for the future. So Brock Hoffman gets surprise of the year. And then we move on to rookie of the year, which cannot go to Tyler Guyton, I think. He is ruled out. But we've got some other names. And rookie of the year for the Cowboys, to me, is offensive lineman Cooper Beebe. And I think this was a no-brainer, right? Cooper Beebe is not going to be an all-pro. He's not going to be a pro bowler. But Cooper Beebe showed up at center, and he had a tough time, like a tough task ahead of him. He had to learn the position before playing, right? He had never played center in college football. He never did. He played guard, played tackle, played on both sides, never played center, though. Cooper Beebe was taking snaps from his mother in the offseason to learn how to snap the football, to learn how to work with a cadence and do all that. What's been most impressive to me about Beebe is that he never had those kind of issues. He had maybe like one botched snap in a year, 2, 3 tops, but we didn't see any issues with the protection schemes. We didn't see any issues of communication, maybe early on in the year, but it wasn't anything so evident, right? Shout out to Cooper Beebe. He handled business like a man. And like Hoffman, he's moving people. You even see him in week 17 versus the Eagles climb up to the second level and make some key blocks. Shout out Cooper Beebe. Bright spot for the Cowboys in the future and had to be brought up on today's show. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you think that I missed anybody, maybe with this show, maybe someone that you wanted to hear about and I didn't get to. Let me know what you think. And ladies and gentlemen, have a fun New Year's Eve. I'll see you in 2025. I'll see you next year. Have a good one. Bye-bye.